that's better. I think that's better now. I don't know what the hell that was. How about now? Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna wait for y'all. Because y'all should be able to hear me now. Straight. Better. There it is. Hey, hey. Anyway, like I was saying for like the past like 20 minutes or so. So, Paul won veto. And since Paul won veto, that means that Cowboys going home. And Paul already told Alex he's pulling her off to put Kevin up. And I don't see everybody voting for Kevin. I don't see it. Cowboy, he fucked up. He did the same shit that Matt and Raven did last week. Oh, let's agree to go up as pawns so one of us can go home. You never put your whole alliance on the block. This is the stupidest shit ever. Like, I mean, this is a very special cast. Very special cast. The only hope that Cowboy really had was Cowboy and Jason could have had some power if Kevin would have won the veto. Yeah, right. But had production would have threw Kevin the veto, Jason, he could have pulled Jason off, and they would have had to put Raven up because they wouldn't have put Josh or Christmas up. They would put Raven up, and Alex probably would have went home. Because I'm trying to think, like, okay, so you got, I don't think Josh and Christmas would have voted Raven out. They would have voted Alex out, and maybe Paul doesn't, but he sets up that rogue vote, and then all you got is Cowboy because Kevin's not voting for Alex to stay under no circumstances. So he messed up. That was his golden opportunity. He should have never agreed to go up on the block. I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, what's with this agreeing to go on the block shit? This shit's wild. I don't get it. Like like now here we go. 2 couples in 2 weeks broken up. Paul yet to be scathed. He's walking around with the veto. I can't say that I believe him that he's 100% going to do it, because if he ain't really got the votes to get Kevin out or to get Kevin out or Jason out and everybody wants to take a shot at Kevin, I wouldn't waste it on Kevin. I would just go ahead and leave it the same and send one of their asses home, which would most likely be Jason. I mean, how is Jason's last week any more different than Jessica's last week? This is the same thing. Only thing different is he didn't have a power, because he went on his HOH, went on a power trip during his HOH, put up stupid nominations. Paul tricked him into fucking targeting 2 floaters to get out a third to backdoor another floater, which was the dumbest shit ever. When you're this late in the game, you need to be surrounding yourself with floaters. And since you're not surrounding yourself with floaters, you're just pushing the floaters out. So just in case you stay, you're still going up against a competitor anyway. Then he won veto. Then instead of backdooring Paul like he probably should have done, he instead leaves the nomination the same, which pisses Paul off, because what was Paul pushing for? The back door, or the back door of Kevin. And like I said, man, no half measures. You can't have half measures when you're trying to get out Paul, man. You just can't do it. Like, you can't do it, man. And especially if you pissing Paul off. Like, if you was gonna piss Paul off by leaving the nomination the same, you might as well just backdoor him. I mean, because he's just as mad now, and you still going home. So what was it gonna hurt to even try? But it didn't even cross his mind. Remember I told you guys last week, it never even crossed Jason's mind what was gonna happen next week. He hashtag life after HOH. He fell for it just like Jessica fell for it, just like Cody fell for it. Like, everybody be falling for it. Either they get floaters or they target people the wrong way. So the house they're still swinging, and looks like Paul is getting ready to corner, because this whole thing with Christmas, he's already setting it up to where if like Alex gets HOH, then he's basically, Christmas is gone next week. Watch what I say. Christmas thinks she's hella safe. She's gone. And for the people, there's a couple people that said that Paul will definitely lose in the final 2 to a couple people. And I'm like, man, how do you figure? I don't see anybody left in the house that could beat Paul in a final two. If Paul get in that final two, man, it is completely over. It's completely over. He can't survive that. There's no way he can survive that. Or anybody can survive that. Paul, because Paul, 500K is his. He just won another veto, so that's another competition under his belt. And, I mean, get ready. Cody's getting ready to have his own personal segment every week on Big Brother called I Told You So. Every week when they go to the jury house and bring somebody out, he's going to be like, I told you so. I told you so. Cody probably is in there telling them the exact order that people are coming home right now. I guarantee he probably is. I can't. Because Cody just didn't have the personality, man. I wanted Cody to succeed so bad. But he just didn't have the personality for it. All he wanted to do was eat these honey nut checks. By the way, we need one more. We need one more. We need one more. It's back open. If you haven't answered one correctly and you watching right now, after this video, make sure you run over there and answer the question. Actually, you can answer the question in the live. You can answer the question in here right now. If you answer it, then I'll see it. I'm looking at you right there. So if you have it, I'll see it. And we got to do this veto. I want to do this veto by tomorrow or by Monday, actually. I want to do it Monday. So all I know is all I know is the house is just so boring right now because everything's just going as planned. Paul's playing. Like Paul is it makes it seem like Paul is production. Because it's like it don't even feel like he's playing the game. He wins when he wants to win. He does it when he don't. He tells whoever's in power what they're gonna do. Then if they do it, like Paul is a master instigator. Like Paul will instigate a fight and then get you to beat up somebody. And then once you go beat up somebody, Paul will run over there to them and be like, damn, man, you gonna let him beat you up like that? And then they go back and forth. Has he not been doing it week to week? He got him marking. He got Cody. Listen to Paul's list in a row. Josh wanted Cody out, gone. Josh wanted, or not Josh, but Paul. Paul wanted Jessica out, gone. Paul wanted Cody out, gone. Paul wanted Mark out, gone. Paul wanted Elaine out, gone. Paul wanted Matt out. Paul really wanted Cowboy out, or not Cowboy out, but he wanted Kevin out. But Paul always said that if it didn't shake that way, then they was just gonna vote. They was gonna vote Matt out. So, I mean, he orchestrated that. Then he not only did that, now he done scooped his chick, straight Tupac hit him up style. He straight scooped his chick, and now she's with them. And then when she's not with them, like she was in the room doing these stupid ass dance moves yesterday. I was just in here crying, right? She got on Christmas HOH headphones. She's in there dancing. And then she don't realize that like the whole house is outside playing chess, just talking shit about her. Talking about like how much she been eating and her stomach's so sensitive because they like made steak and she was like, oh, I can't have red meat. But she be eating ground beef. So I'm like, that's red meat. So I don't even know. So, and then you turn around, you have that. So now Paul's did that, and now Paul's orchestrating the demise of Jason with the backup plan of Kevin. He not only be having his targets laid out, he be having his backups laid out just in case the veto don't shake the way he wanted it to. I ain't seen nothing like this. I mean, this cast is just straight peons, man. Like, invasion of the body snatchers. Like, where did they brains go, man? Like, I don't know. Hey, man, Ruth said Paul is 666. He's a goddamn devil. Like, hell no. Like, you can only be so mad at Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only be so mad at him. What is he supposed to do? Like, make them turn on him? Like, my beef is with them more than him. Because anybody that watch me know, hey, backdoor Paul. That's all I've been saying like the last month, and the cast is yet to listen to me. They have yet to listen to me about any of that shit. So it's clear that they're secluded because they sure as shit can't hear me. I tell you that much. So I mean, like, looking forward to next week. I think it's just going to depend on HOH. I still think Paul's going to, because I think Paul is going to throw this HOH. And as a matter of fact, before I forget, I forgot yesterday there was also talks that I think Alex threw the veto to Paul. Because Paul had convinced her to do it. And you remember last time when he was like asking her to throw HOH and she agreed. And you remember I was telling you guys I have to see a diary room session to confirm it. Well, they didn't show nothing that showed the diary room session. And sure enough, Christopher came HOH and Alex admitted to throwing it to her. So if she threw this veto to Paul, I don't know how Jason can go to jury and vote for Alex in any type of way. Paul has let Alex fuck her jury game up so bad. So bad. I mean, because like in the scenario I was talking about with Kevin winning the veto, if he'd have pulled Cowboy down, put Paul up, or put Raven up, like Paul definitely wasn't voting to throw Raven out. Because after all that shit he said to Matt, and then the next person to come in is Raven, and Raven's gonna tell him what, you know, how Paul did. So, you know, I don't know, but he could send Raven to jury and she'll still be like, oh, Paul's the greatest. Oh, I got on my pacemaker, which I need to live. Who the fuck says that? Who says that? Who swears on their pacemaker because it, you know, they need it to live? What was your GPA? Dance. She might be the dumbest motherfucker. Like, she's got to be the biggest liar that's she's like a floater version of Dan. Like, she tells the most extreme lies, but none of them are fucking Big Brother related. They're just all just outlandish lies like no fucking other. Like, and now I was happy because I was like, okay, Matt's getting ready to go. So now I ain't got to see the tired ass Texas shirt and that tired ass blue shirt. And that's literally all Raven has wore since he's been gone. What the fuck, man? I'm sick of Raven. That's who I really want to go home right now. If it ain't Paul, I really want Raven to go home. Like, she's getting on my nerves. She's so fake tough when she's on the right side of the house. Like, she still ain't made Kevin cry. What happened to that shit? I thought you was gonna make Kevin cry. Which I still don't know what your beef with Kevin was. Like, what the fuck did Kevin do? Kevin was just trying to chill. Like, Kevin had nothing to do with Matt going home last week. How the fuck did he have anything to do with that? And then you mad at him for this rogue vote that he didn't even fucking do. He really didn't do it. So, oh man. So, who can beat Paul? I'm serious. Like, straight up. Like, at this point, how can I expect anything other than Paul to just steamroll? Because even if he don't win, who's going to be bold enough to put him up? The only person I think is, like, if Alex got to a final 3 with Paul and she won, she wouldn't take Paul to the final 2. But that's it. I don't see nobody being bold enough to do it before final 3 where it's like, you have to do it. And then if it ain't Alex, everybody else is taking Paul like a dummy. Oh, I can get Paul. It's already 3 jury votes in the house for Paul right now. Elena, Mark, and Cody are definitely voting for Paul just out of sheer, you guys are idiots and don't see what's going on. So, Jesus, man. And the thing with Paul is, it would have been such an easy sell for me. I'd have put his ass on the block and been like, man, he won $50,000 last year. Because that was something I found funny was when Paul, let's say that I was believing Paul. Paul was talking to me, you know, yeah, man, if I get in the final 2 with you, I can't even win. They definitely going to vote for you. If I even believe that, I'm still going to look at Paul like, man, I don't even think you deserve $50,000. Like, motherfucker, you won $50,000 last year. And I know you've been doing tours and all types of interviews and shit where, you know, he might not have balled out like that, but shit, he made a few more thousand off that shit. Take your ass home. And that's not even including the Candy Crush shit that they probably don't even know about. They probably even know he did that shit. I bet he ain't told them about that shit as much as he talked. Man, Paul's got this game in a fucking chokehold. They tapping out. I can't believe it, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, all y'all tuning in, you know what I'm saying? I got my little tie on, you feel me? I got to go somewhere when I get out of here, you feel me? This late as shit, it's 12:40 on the East Coast. But, hey, turn up tonight. But, anyway, so right now it's Jason and Alex on the block. Paul won veto. And as of right now, Paul said he's pulling down Alex. So we'll see how credible that is. And we'll go for there. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We hit 250. We need one more. I want to do the competition like Monday or something. I don't want to be going into another eviction without having this competition done, because we'll be to 500 before you know it. So get in the comments. Make sure you go over to the video. It's back open for everybody who has already answered and gotten it wrong. So you get one more chance. And go look at the question. It's question number 1. It's the only question left, and there's only one slot left. So once we get it, let's start the veto competition. As always, I'm probably lying.